All right, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to video number 1 of modding the MK2 TTS and video number 1 of Operation Modernization. So today we're going to be doing our first mod for modernizing the TT a little bit. I've always wanted to do this with European cars especially, as there are certain components to me that don't really feel as modern that you can change for very, very cheap when you get your hands on an older European car. And the first thing that we're gonna do to make the car feel a little bit more modern, one of the big things for Audi on a lot of their newer cars, especially the B9 platform, is sequential lights. It definitely makes cars feel a little bit more modern and a little bit more up to date. So we're not going to be doing headlights today, unfortunately, to make something sequential, but we're going to be doing a super cheap mod that you guys can do at home really quickly. I'm going to show you guys how to install all of that today in the video. Those would be sequential mirror signals. These little guys right here are super easy replacements for your mirror signals. So we have the factory TT mirror signal here that it is LED, so it is modern-ish, but we're gonna make it feel even more modern. So instead of just fully lighting up, it's gonna sweep. So we're gonna go ahead and throw these guys in. Like I said, this is a fairly easy install. I know there's guys on YouTube and stuff that have super long videos doing this install, and it really shouldn't take that long. So I'm gonna cut it all down for you guys, make this super quick, and show you how to do the sequential turn signal install for the mirrors. So let's put you on a tripod and jump into pulling the mirror apart. We're gonna start off, number 1, by just rotating your mirror out just to make your life a little bit easier. Get yourself some form of a pry tool. You're gonna use this to separate the glass from the actual mirror housing itself. So you're just basically going to put the pry tool behind the mirror, pop it out like that, super simple. When you go to put this all back in, you're gonna wanna remember which side which color is on. We've got red on the curved side, and then black, we'll call that the flat side. And there you go, glass is now off. There you guys, hello. And we can go put this out of the way. In the bottom down in here, that little white connector has to come off. And we're gonna do that very carefully with a little flathead up in here. And I'm actually gonna put you guys back on the tripod here, like that. In there, disconnected. There is a T20 Torx just down in here that we're gonna need to rotate the housing over again to get access to. Okay, plot twist, we've switched to the other side now because the Allen head bolt, if it'll focus on my hands, that is in here that most people say is a Torx, was an Allen bolt. Any of you that know anything about Allen bolts, when you put them in areas where they corrode and the threads are any amount of sticky, you strip the shit out of them. So props to the Volkswagen engineer that decided to do that on this particular TTS. Now that we've got that off, we're gonna go ahead and take off the now not T20 Torx bit that is on the bottom of the car, or on the bottom of the mirror, sorry. This guy down here. And then the ones that are physically inside the mirror, one on the left, one on the top left, one on the back right. Okay, so you kind of have to like give it a bit of a schmack once you get it up here, and then it should come out like that. And there's a little white connector in the bottom here like I did on the other side. Take this completely off, and you're gonna push this out of the way, and then the connector for the the indicator is in the back of the mirror, and it's just a little push tab, and that should come right off. There it is right there. And we're gonna take all the wires and we're gonna let them feed down the center of the mirror bit here. That comes off, and then ta-da, mirror removed. Okay, so now we're going to pull mirror apart, or the signal out of the mirror, I guess I should say. So you're going to now need a T10 Torx bit, tiny little guy, and there are 6 Torx bits. There's one here, one above it, one in the middle, and then 2 in the back. And we're just gonna go ahead and zoot those guys out. So that's fully out now. So the turn signal now, in theory, should just pop right out. There it is. There's your stock OEM turn signal. So now we're gonna go ahead and grab our handy dandy whatever make guy we got here. Pull the plastic off, and then we're going to tuck the long end in first, like so. And then it might be a tad snug, as I know some of these have a little bit of fitment issues. I would recommend doing 1 bolt just on each side, just so you kind of can see if you have any fitment issues. And there we go. I haven't done all 6 bolts yet, but very, very flush. I haven't done the bottom one, so there's a little bit of an edge on the bottom bit there, but not too bad. Nothing that you would notice from a distance. So we'll put the rest of the bolts in real quick. So all 6 bolts, the 6th one in the middle and the bottom doesn't have anywhere to go, so there we are. Very nice. And then, I don't know if you guys really want me to do a full reinstall, but I will for those of you that want me to. Reinstalling is obviously completely in reverse, so mirror in first. And then we will take these guys, pull all those guys through real quick. So now we're gonna go ahead and plug everything kind of back in. So the turn signal, first and foremost, we're going to plug that in, and we're actually going to test that. We can do that with just the key, I'm pretty sure. Nice. Put the bolts in. The little bolt hole right down here that mounts the stem of the mirror isn't lined up. And I'm gonna try and see if I can figure out a way to get it, because there's a little notch in here that pulls it in. So I'm gonna see if I can figure out a way to get that lined out. So what I did to get that all lined up, I just kind of took a Robertson screwdriver, stuck it in there, and just like wiggled it back and forth, and it got the hole lined up. So now we'll send the stem screw in. So remember, red to the round side, or the short side, or whatever we said. Black to the tall flats, or straight side. And obviously as carefully as you can. And there we go. Yeehaw! There we have it. We've got both sequential signals installed on the mirrors on the Mark II. Step 1 for modernizing the TT is complete, and our first mod on the Mark II is done as well. But anyways, guys, the next video I'm going to be doing some updating in the engine bay, because there are a couple things that do go wrong with these EA113s that we need to get addressed before we start tuning the car. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Go check out my Instagram in the description below, and if by now the stickers are available for purchase on the Reckless website, go pick up some stickers. As you can see, we've got one of the fancy boys up here on the windshield of the Mark II. So you can go grab one of those, support the channel. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, peace out. I will see you in the next video.